Yeah. We in the building. You already know who it is. That dude that like his chicks, like his coops, topless at all times. It's your boy Prophet Pete.
And it's me, your boy. I make your girl quiver and quake like she getting the back spasm. Shawn recognize. What's up,
Gang,
world?
gang, gang.
And your
We are
eyes are not
here.
deceiving you. We are back in the building. Your boy been away for a while, but I'm back like a boomerang. You know what I'm saying? Back like I left something. Back like old highways and rocking chairs. Your boy is back.
That's it, man. Yo, we here. Yo, he got the dopest straw in the game right now.
Trying to tell you.
Yo, it got the city on it because it's
Oh,
green.
I just peeped that.
Look at
Look at that.
that. Straw
Oh,
disappeared. Straight magic.
just like that. They're gonna like, how does he do it? I might start using these every week. I'll be like, yo, how is this motherfucker drinking with no straw? Fuck him up with that one, boy.
Yo,
Yeah, man. So new digs, man. New rib, new setup. You know what I mean? Well, not new setup. It's the old setup, but it's new again. You know what I mean? Everything's been revamped, as you could tell. No holes in the background and things of that nature. The mic sounds nice. We still trying to work out some of the audio bugs, but um, all in all, it's been a good move, man, because usually when you move, things always seem to fuck up for some reason, but everything has been smooth, man. I'm grateful, and just glad to be back, man.
yeah, man. Glad to have you back, man. It wasn't the same without you.
Yeah, man. I can understand, B. Especially, you know what I'm saying. You got to carry, like we was talking about off air, when you got to carry those shows back to back during the week. That can sometimes be taxing. You run out of shit to say to the people.
Yeah, for real. Definitely ran out of stuff to say. That's why there was a lot. There was and I'm a talker, so
Right?
to run out of shit to say,
Yeah.
and then chilling on the
On the drinking, yeah, yeah.
on the drinking. It's like
Ah,
okay, it's like I gotta do this sober.
yeah,
Like
straight up. That's the fuel right there. You know what I'm saying? When you run out of shit to say, the liquor find it for you. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel you, no doubt. But we here, man, and we blessed and we healthy, man. We got life and we got our health, man, and that's health as well. You know what I mean? And everybody out there, if you haven't gotten your checkup and you know what I'm saying, and you just bullshitting, man, go ahead to the doctor and get yourself checked out. By all means, because if you could be the richest man in the world, but if you ain't got your health, you can't do shit.
Uh-huh.
You know? So word, man.
And that's
Everybody
the truth,
please.
man.
That's the
And,
double truth roof.
and it's like Maslow hierarchy of needs, right? But
Uh-huh.
things that we need, the foundation of that is food, shelter, and health, right?
Woo, woo.
Without that, you can't even move forward. Like if you're not healthy, you don't got the energy to do nothing. You can't even provide for yourself if you really that jacked up. So, you know, you definitely got to find a way to make sure that you take care of self and take care of home first. A lot of people
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand that, but you got to take care of your house, which is your body and yourself and your mind.
Yes, that's a lot of people forget about that too, man. They forget that the brain is controls the body. So you know what I mean. If you're not mentally sound or you're stressed out constantly, you know what I'm saying, it's going to reflect in your health. Stress can kill you by itself.
Yeah.
You know
Yo,
what I'm saying? Let alone every other thing that goes on in life. So we got to remember that part too. When you can go to the gym and exercise your body and work your body out, but you also got to exercise the mind and you got to feed your mind the proper nutrition as well.
yes.
Stop watching fucking Real Housewives of Atlanta and all that type shit, thinking that that's what I'm saying. That's gonna sustain you and that's gonna give you what you need, the nutrients. And nah, you need. You know what I'm saying? You need to watch something that's going to expand your mind from time to time too. You know what I mean? You got to put some good shit in. You know what I mean? If you think that that's what it is, some people think that that's all it is. That's what um successful black people, that's the way that they behave and they carry on, and the way to handle all of the issues is with conflict. And there are some people that actually believe that shit. And what's worse is some people watch that who don't even know anything about black people, and they think that that's how we really act because they see that shit on TV. Oh well, look at the way they talk to each other, and they're calling each other's bitches, and and throwing drinks at each other, and you know what I mean. Middle America don't know about that shit. They ain't never seen that many niggas in one space at one time. You feel me? Motherfuckers in North Dakota and fucking Wyoming and all that type shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the TV. They watching what's on TV. Like, wow, this is what they do, huh? So we gotta, we really gotta be careful about our mental diet, man, as well as our physical diet.
And it's crazy, and it's for one, right? The people that do watch it, they call it reality TV, but it's not actually all the way real. A lot of that is scripted, the drama and
Yes,
everything else.
yes,
And half the stuff they do on these reality TV shows are a charge, right? Somebody's catching a charge and a case for the stuff that they doing.
true
So no,
that.
it don't really happen. And the people that don't know any better, them trying to emulate what they see, it really turns my stomach when I actually do see it, when I actually see someone emulating those type of characteristics that you see on reality TV. Like, yo, not for nothing. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, yo, your neck shouldn't be moving that much. You don't got a headache yet because all that. Who the hell does that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
You know, but hey, as they say, different strokes for different folks.
that's so true.
And if that's
So
what you like, that's what you like. But hey, you gotta do better, and we gotta start doing better.
we got to, man. We gotta help each other do better, man. And that's the other thing. We so quick to pull out a camera and document when one of us fails or when one of us has something goes wrong or conflict or something like that, but we never it seems like we're never too quick to uplift each other and and help one another come up and do better, man. Don't just be the one that shows off your money to your man and show, yo, look what I got. And you know what I'm saying? Look at this I got over here and shit, look how much money I got there, and not help your man get a bag himself. You know what I'm saying? It could be it's a such thing as a what did I just heard Nino Brown say this shit on a video that he was talking about. Oh, a rich hater. It's rich haters out there. You know what I'm saying? It's people with money and shit, and they just want to parade their shit in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? To try to make themselves feel better. You feel me? And they not trying to help you get none of that. So you know what I'm saying? Those are not your friends, man. Those are the people that you need to stay away from. Shouts out to Nino Brown.
Yes, shout out to Nino Brown, man. And I'm gonna say this: I love you, man.
It's all love over here, family. You already know, brother.
Yeah, man. But yo, it's been well, definitely out here. It's getting hot.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's
getting
getting
it's
hot.
getting, it's getting warm, man. The summer dresses is coming out. Little. It's you starting to see a lot more electric bikes and shit out there. People out there on foot, even with the pandemic. The crowds are getting bigger and bigger.
Yo, definitely see it. And we're about to open up out here in New York. It's about to be a
100%.
whole event, a whole story. So all those underground spots ain't gonna be underground no more. They're gonna be all the way open.
They're gonna be above ground.
The strippers is gonna be coming out.
Oh
The
my
all
goodness,
that are gonna be out.
my goodness, it's gonna be a movie.
Yeah. I wonder
Movie.
I wonder how New York opening up, how that's gonna affect other states because people from New York were traveling to all the other states because they were open. So I wonder how that's going to affect the tourism and the economy in those
Oh,
areas for the brief.
you gotta believe that that's why they opening it up, because the summer is here now, and especially the July 4th weekend is coming. They know that that's where a big chunk of the change comes from of the annual revenue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Comes from that tourism. So I guess they figure, shit, let's open up so we can get at least the tail end of it.
Yeah,
Because
they
yeah,
gotta get something.
people is flocking to it, man. Especially now that they done legalized the recreational.
Yeah,
Man, people that used to go to Cali every summer. Now they're like, yo, let's go to NY this summer, man. It's legal there now too.
yo, and it's crazy. Like I went and I actually did some research and started reading it, and the amount of grams you could carry and still be considered recreational, where you can. I forgot the amount that you can actually hold in your possession at home. Like I was
Oh, at
like,
home, I forget. I forget what it is at home, but I know on the street, and you can have up to 3 ounces on you. You
Oh,
feel me? You
oh,
can
so
actually
it wasn't 3 grams, 3 ounces.
no, yeah, this is ounces. This is ounces. You know what I'm saying? Me and you can be standing in Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Surrounded by police and whoever else is out there. I can hand you 3 ounces, and as long as you don't give me any money in exchange, they can't say nothing.
Wow.
That's where it's at right now. That's
Oh,
that's law. That's not in talks. That's law right now.
yo, but that's crazy though, right? Because you know how many transactions can actually happen out in the open now?
Yeah,
Because I'll just Venmo you the cash, I'll just cash
exactly,
you the joint.
exactly. And they know it. They know that. And they know they can't stop that. But this this right here is the precursor to it going federal. You know what I mean? When enough states do it and they see the tax revenue, look, they're not gonna be able to say no to that money. That's why they're so corrupt right now.
Hmm.
Because they looking after the corporations and their constituents and the people that line their pockets every year so that they can run for office. So you're talking billions of dollars with a B. You feel me? They're not gonna let that money slip through their fingers, man. They're like, what? All we got to do is decriminalize a fucking hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? 300 mil, 400 mil.
That's
Give
it.
me that.
That's it. And
Yeah,
look, I just know that out here, it's always been everywhere. But once they started to legalize it, it's like people walking down the street smoking blunts like they smoking cigarettes and
right.
cigars.
That's right. That's right, man. That's right. As it should be. You know what I mean? Not bothering nobody. That's the one thing that people fail to realize is that smokers, for the most part, they're not trying to fuck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do what they do and enjoy their surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they already got they blaze on, you know what I'm saying? They just walking around, they ain't trying to, draw no attention. They real mellow for the most part. I'm not saying 100% because, you got every, every clubhouse got a few nuts in it. You feel what I'm saying? So for the most part, they just chill, man. They just want to congregate, you know what I'm saying? Probably talk about some, you know what I'm saying, some shit and laugh and enjoy themselves, man. So they know, man, it's a harmless thing, It's just that now alcohol, on the other hand, you got a bunch of people that get in trouble with that shit, hurt themselves, hurt each other, you know what I'm saying, get in the car accidents. You ain't never heard about nobody getting caught under the influence of marijuana. And if they was, it was because they was probably driving too slow, if anything.
They was trying to process the
Yeah,
cigarette.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's an old Cheech and Chong movie. I'm telling my age right now with this one. It's an old Cheech and Chong movie where they in the car, they lit. You know what I'm saying? Lit. And I forget who was driving, but he goes, "Hey man, am I going too fast?" He goes, "I don't think we're moving." And then the camera pans back and you see the motherfuckers is parked. He looks around, he's like, "Wow." It was fucked up, dude. Fucked up. That's the type of shit that the smoker's gonna do, man. They ain't trying to hurt nobody, get no accidents, cause no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't want to be around police. So
Yeah,
they need to just go on and make it, legalize it on the federal level, man. And let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's party, baby.
yeah.
Let's do it.
And speaking of partying, someone that should be partying right now is your man J. Cole,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Sitting there, just dropped the new album, signed to play basketball in Africa.
Yes,
And
sir.
if I'm not mistaken, the same day that he released the album was his debut in the African Basketball League.
Would make perfect sense to me. Would make perfect sense to me if it was my debut playing basketball in Africa. I'd drop my fucking album on the same day. Motherfucking right. You're Wakanda for life, goddammit.
For real.
You
And
tell all the the motherfuckers in the locker room is like, he dropped an album today. He also dropped an album. I am going to download it after the game.
now, one thing that I gotta say, and I don't know why. I definitely don't understand why or how it's like more in the forefront. Hey, it could have been the whole Black Panther movie that
Yeah,
shed a lot of light on Africa
yeah,
being you know more of a rich country than what we were taught it was. Like, being from Africa is the poverty, the people not eating, the no food, all that craziness. And but now it's like the picture that's being presented is a lot different.
yeah, yeah. And for years, a lot of people, that's what they thought Africa was, because of course, there wasn't the social media monster that there is now. And if you didn't go to Africa, then you didn't really know. You only knew what people told you or what you saw in picture books and magazines, and what and what little TV coverage you saw, like or the commercials where they wanted you to donate money.
Hmm.
And of course, then they showed the worst possible scenarios so that you would donate money. That's what it was all about. It's still all about that right now. Um, but in reality, for the longest time, Africa has been rich with minerals and diamonds and gold and coltan and all of these different things that China and different other other countries and other flags are interested in, and they go and they take, but they don't do anything for the people who
Hmm.
are there. You know what I'm saying? We've had plenty of conversations about that, about how um, when black people go to a place, they adapt to the environment, but when other races go to to move or migrate to different places, they want to change the environment to suit them, and
Hmm.
that's the big difference between us and them.
Yeah, and soon enough, everyone is gonna have to realize that we are the superior beings
Well, we the
because
originals. We definitely original, man. What they say, the first remains of any human remains was over four. They said it was 4 million years old, and that's which is a crazy number if you think about it. And it was remains of a black woman.
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So I'm telling you, man, we definitely resilient, and we're gonna keep on pushing and being strong. I just hope that you know throughout everything that we don't stop fighting. Because we're good for that.
Yeah,
Right? We put up a fight when the cameras is on. Once the camera
mhm.
goes on, we like, all right, all
Motherfuckers
right,
fall back guy. So I got to be to work in the morning. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me get back to this over here, man.
yeah,
Yo, and right now, for lack of a better term, we kind of got our foot on their necks. So, you know, they need to constantly feel that pressure to get the change that so we can get the change that we need. Because
yeah,
otherwise it's just going to revert back to what it's been because, over 400 years of slavery that we can sit back and talk about in the United States. If we continue to apply that pressure that got us those changes that we did over the last 400 years, we wouldn't be taking over 400 years to still be seeing a lot of the same things that we see today.
yeah, yeah. And that goes back to that mental health thing we was talking about at the top of the show. Um, you know, we haven't been in the condition that we in for this long. Um, Without some skullduggery going on, without some kind of mental, games and trickery, to convince our people that is a certain way. Religion, um, you know, in the real estate game, in the business scene, you know what I'm saying, in university system, you say all types of social constructs, and we have no control over them, and it's all concocted, and it's all um leveraged to work in a certain person's favor or a certain group's favor. I'm not gonna name no names and point no elbows. You know what I'm saying?
But it definitely is true. And if we sit back and think of when America was discovered, well, bumped into. It wasn't discovered because there was people here before we got here,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that brought us here, we kind of all got here together. So how is it that you're entitled to more than what we are entitled to when we came to this land together? You know, we helped build America brick by brick, stone by stone,
No,
highway
no,
by
no,
highway.
not held. We built this motherfucker. We built this mother. All the shit that built this motherfucker, we carried it on our back.
Right. So, you know, sitting there and just thinking about it. And then, you know, they took the kings and queens from their nations and brought them here and mentally broke them down. You know, broke them down. Just imagine being a king in your castle, having a kingdom, and get thrown on a boat and said, go move this rock so you could build my kingdom. It's crazy.
Can you imagine?
It's crazy. And, you know, I can understand why people can remain angry, but angry doesn't get progression, right?
Yeah.
You have to put that aside, put the emotions aside, and systematically figure out a way to overcome what has been done. You can't change the past, but you can control what's going to happen in your future.
Yeah. And our people, unfortunately, a lot of our people are a little bit too comfortable with the advantages and the benefits and the toys of Western civilization, and are unwilling to sacrifice, do what it is that we need to do to get where we need to go. Because it's a simple thing, really, but trying to get all of us to get on the same page, and on top of that, trying to get all of us to get on the same page and be contributors, not just contributors, but regular contributors to a cause. You know, you follow what I'm saying? Especially monetarily is another challenge in and of itself. You know what I mean? But you need those two right there to, I guess, be revolutionary. You know, the shit ain't gonna finance itself.
It definitely not.
You know, but what do I know, man? You know, I'm just a DJ,
and I'm just Prophet Pete.
This is one DJ you don't
Damn, son.
with.
Yeah. All right.
So you want to get into that? What is it, Omari? Omari by J. Cole?
Yeah. You want to hit him with that now? I thought you was gonna save that bomb, but I guess okay. Fuck it.
Now we can save it for later. But you know, Lady Low, you know, I interviewed her yesterday. She from New York, but she out in VA right now.
Okay.
But you know, definitely vibe with what she brings to the table, because she don't sound like, you know, your typical, well, your current, you know, female rapper.
Right.
And I definitely, like, this is one of those joints that I was like, okay, she got some bars, and her delivery is definitely unique.
Right.
So I want to get into it. It's called The Unit.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Go, y'all.
Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Clock go tick tock. I'm like a fiend in the night. Ain't no flip flop unless I'm on the beach at night. You can ride my way. I'm a tsunami tonight. You can ride my way. Trying to get to see it now. I'ma hit the ground like a running man. Secure the bag with rubber bands. Money so long, I'm the rubber man. You can bend me back like a rubber band. I ain't gon' pop, it's a game plan. Eating rappers up, fat man. Neck so cold, snowman. Put the fam on, it's the floor plan. Wait till you see my whole unit. Finna be naked, just do it. Watch the whole crew pursue it. Top of the trust, we knew it. Watch how my cash flow. Watch Lady Low blow. Don't get split like a Dutch rolled up that smoke. That's how Lady Low blow. Watch how my cash flow. Watch Lady Low blow. Don't get split like a Dutch rolled up that smoke. That's how Lady Low blow. Natty yo high up the contact. Smoking that good, matter of fact. I'm Van Gogh, Starry Night. Low shining star, city bright.
All I see is money when I wake up, all I see is sky when I bake up, you not on your grind, get your cake up, nigga fall in line like a shape up, when you see me, see the unit, I'm about action, if you talking, I'ma mute it, trying to get ahead, I'ma lose it, if I got my shot, I'ma shoot it, all I see is money when I wake up, all I see is sky when I bake up, you not on your grind, get your cake up, nigga fall in line like a shape up, when you see me, see the unit, I'm about action, if you talking, I'ma mute it, trying to get ahead, I'ma lose it, if I got my shot, I'ma shoot it,
all I see is money when I wake up. Money come in while I sleep. All I see is sky when I bake up. Niggas want chief like me. Bet they can't do it like I do it. Fake niggas in too deep. Lying every line of the music. Acting like the real don't see. I've been on the block, harassed by the cops. I see people shot, so stop. You ain't from the block, you just need to stop claiming you something you not. You never sling rocks, seen the dope spot, or even been seen with a Glock. You claim that you're hot, stream say you're not. I'm just saying stop. Saucy every time when I come through. Stop a nigga breathing, cold blue. Everything you speaking, old new. Been killing beats, old school. Got my whole team in front of me. BLM salute. Got my whole team in front of me. This ain't nothing new. Bottom of the pit, I've been there. Belly of the beast, I swim there. Climbing these charts, I'ma get there. Been on my grind, I swear. People don't know what I go through. People don't know what low do. Don't make me mad, I'll show you. Low old school, yes.
All I see is money when I wake up, all I see is sky when I wake up, You're not on your grind, get your cake up, Nigga fall in line like a shape up, When you see me, see the unit. I'm about action, if you talking, I'ma mute it, Trying to get ahead, I'ma lose it, If I got my shot, I'ma shoot it, All I see is money when I wake up, All I see is sky when I wake up, You're not on your grind, get your cake up, Bitch, you fall in line like a shape up, When you see me, see the unit. I'm about action, if you talking, I'ma mute it, Trying to get ahead, I'ma lose it, If I got my shot, I'ma shoot it, bah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That shit fire. I like that.
Yeah, she was hitting them. She
Yeah,
got
that shit jumping, huh?
yeah, man. She just dropped a new album called The Reintroduction to Lady Low.
Man, that was nice. Good interview.
Yeah, good interview. Definitely a good interview, man.
Man, you got to play that shit again before the end of the show.
Yeah, yo.
We might have to take it out with that one. That shit.
This
That
is my
shit
new
bad,
dance,
bro.
yo. Swimming in the belly of the beast. That's
Yeah.
Yo, that's my shit, yo. That's gonna be my joint when I'm out and about.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, she has some balls, man. That's shouts out straight up.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to the independent artists that are really, doing their thing. And it's not just the bars, it's the production of everything.
Yes. Important. Very important.
Yes, production of everything. Getting your joints mixed and mastered, super duper important, man. Stop putting out trash just because you could clip that upload button. That's not the move. Quality over quantity is what I always say.
Every time, man. Look at J. Cole. Just took 12 years, you said, to come out with this
12
album?
years.
12 years, people. This is an accomplished artist in the game. 12 years he takes to do this. And when you hear it, it's banging. You understand what I'm saying? Because he ain't take 12 years because he's bullshitting. He took 12 years because he wants to make sure everything is right.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he's already got some of those songs in the stash, you know what I'm saying? He's still holding on to it because he want to make sure that everything is good. You know what I'm saying? He want to be sure before he releases it.
And even a lot of the greats, like Busta just did that not too long ago with the project he dropped.
Yes. 20, what was it? 20, shit. I forget how many years he said it was between that album. I want to say, I don't want to misquote, but it was a lot of damn years too.
And he was like, yo, the album was ready like almost 10 years ago. Like, it was ready almost 10 years ago, but you just held on to it because it wasn't the right time.
I don't mind the wait if you make the wait worth it. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like is you take 10 years to make an album, and you know what I'm saying? When I hear the shit, it sounds like you should have took 11.
Just one more year. You had to
get that almost not quite there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no names. I ain't pointing no elbows. Word. We live.
But they start with an N and an S. And there might be an A in there somewhere.
Shouts out to the whole QB.
Yeah. But now I want to talk about your man Joe Budden.
Oh boy.
Right? Because we all know, right? If anybody been watching or listening or checking out some hip hop news, Joe Budden is doing the typical Joe Budden.
Yep, this is very
messing up a good situation.
Yep,
with his ego and his foolery.
Very true. Very true.
Right. Just recently, what, couple of months back or late last year or something like that, he got the new whole podcasting deal, the whole network situation set up and everything else. Him and Charlemagne going back and forth about it. He
Uh-huh.
criticizing Charlemagne, all this stuff going on. And all Charlemagne was trying to tell him, yo, dude, don't jack it up.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't jack it up.
Yeah.
So just like his rap career and everything else, he finds a way to get himself out of an ideal situation. So Rory is one of them, and I forgot the other gentleman's name.
Mal.
Right? So he goes and during a podcast, one of the episodes, I guess, got emotional.
Yeah.
And kind of aired the situation out. It was like, yo, you're fired.
Yeah.
Now, one, that was definitely super unprofessional.
Yeah.
Definitely unnecessary.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that, he was saying, I think was really nobody's business to put it out there like that. Yep. But he was like, yo, if you brokered the deal, then yeah, you'll get a bigger cut. But this is happening because of me. Typical Joe Buttons.
Yep.
Right? This is happening because of me. So of course I'm gonna eat more than you.
Right.
But
the ego.
And he's playing out of that wrong playbook.
Yeah.
Because especially when it comes to us, right? As soon as you start saying, yo, I'm running stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. I'm making more money than you. I deserve more money than you.
Yeah.
You're gonna the whole situation is going to start to crumble because everybody want to be king.
Right. Right. Exactly. The name of the shit is the Joe Budden podcast.
But it was, I don't know what it was called before, but I know it was called something else before, and he had it changed to the Joe Buttons podcast.
Oh, wow. How about that? Look at that. There's the ego thing again. There's that evil monster.
Right. The ego thing.
The ego.
So, but then did you hear what happened after that? The whole sexual harassment allegations?
Well, see, that's a separate incident right there. That's when he was that was like earlier on. That I don't even that's like some other shit. And it's funny the timing now. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's going through the thing with Maul and Rory, now this, I ain't gonna call her out a name, but this young woman now comes out with these accusations that he sexually harassed or made her feel uncomfortable on air or whatever. I didn't see the footage. I heard about it. And it sounds like, regular antics, but the climate right now is different. We can't do the same things that we used to do and call it humor. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, a lot more people are super sensitive about words and actions, and we got to be mindful of that. But what I was going to say is, what I understand the issue with him and his boys stems from is the fact that they have a deal, where all of them are getting paid a certain amount of money. And from what I get, their money comes from, well, let me not speak on that because I don't know for sure. So I don't want to speak try to speak intelligently about something I don't know about. But from what I understand, every time they come to him and ask them for an accounting of the bread that's coming in, because I'm from what I understand, they're getting a percentage of that. That's how they get paid.
Yeah.
So every time they come to Joe and try to get an accounting of what the bread, what the bag is looking like, so they know what to expect. There's attitude. There's he tries to disregard it or change the subject or something like that, and I would feel, slighted too. I'm like, yo, why every time I come to you and try to talk to you about this money, it's a problem. It's an issue. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to be my man and we're supposed to be in this situation, I should be able to come to you and you tell me what it is. So I already know what my books are supposed to look like. So I know how to move and navigate the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because not to say that they don't trust him, but if their money gets determined off of what's coming in, then by all means, they have a right to know what's coming in. You know what I mean? So, I can understand where they're coming from, if that's in fact the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting all this information secondhand, so I don't want to, claim to know everything about it. But this is what I'm hearing. And if that's in fact what it is, and it sounds very believable,
Yeah.
then I would say that they got a right to be upset. Now Joe is saying that there's no way that those two guys can carry their own podcast, and lo and behold, they're in the process of getting their own podcast.
And that's where, like, again, we speak about the egos, and and I don't recall the situation with Joe Budden's a slaughterhouse back in the days, but it just seems like something that's an ongoing thing, with him, his ego, and just moving a certain way. Now,
Yeah.
the last thing you want to do is somebody that you brokered deals with, because a lot of those deals are tentative on the collective and not just the individual.
Right.
You could definitely mess up
when you're
your
the
own money.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you're going to challenge the men,
Yeah,
right? Talking about you can't hold your own.
yeah,
Now it's a straight pissing contest.
yeah. And I agree with what you said earlier also about him him being at fault by airing his dirty laundry on air. You know what I mean? All of those things should be talked about, discussed behind the scenes. There's no reason why you have to say you're fired in the middle of a show. I don't give a fuck what the conversation is about. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you claim that's your man. Those is your mans. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't carry it like that. Your ego is one thing, but those are at the end of the day, we all men. And to be disrespectful like that is like you trying to sun me. You trying to do some little boy shit to make yourself look big. Now let's be honest. I'm not taking anything away from Joe. You know what I'm saying? Joe is an incredible artist. You know what I'm saying? In his own right, that first album was phenomenal. I'll throw him the salute for that. You know what I mean? But as his career, I'm not going to say declined, because he kind of just reinvented himself as a personality more so than an artist, and still was able to maintain his lifestyle the way that he has up to this point. But I'm not going to say that your artistry and the level of artist that you were or are is the reason why your podcast is as successful as it has been thus far. You know what I mean? The fact that you're a personality definitely brings viewers. It definitely brings viewership by all means. But you didn't make that show by yourself.
No.
You had them cats there with you every show. You feel me? And if they was there putting in the work with you, whether they was Joe Button or whether they was Maul, whether they was Rory, all of y'all was there as a collective making that shit happen. And that's what he is failing to realize, and he doesn't want to. Well, maybe he does realize, and he doesn't want to give it up. But you gotta at some point be real with yourself, and say, okay, I'm not doing shows like that. You know what I'm saying? 10,000 people ain't coming to see me perform Pump It Up like they was, 15 years ago. You feel me? But they might come see me, Rory, and Maul if we go do the show somewhere live. You feel me? I might be able to draw a crowd like that. But you can't take the credit. You can't take sole credit for a collective effort. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Make it boil down to.
Yeah, and and it's true. And that's one of those sayings that, that whole, this is not a situation where you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Right.
It was, we was shooting in the gym. I hit you with the assist,
exactly. The bounce pass, goddamn it, the alley-oop, the fucking through the leg pass, all that shit behind the back, the sky hook, nigga.
Everything.
Right there with you.
So, I just don't know. I don't know where their relationship is going to go, after this, especially it being aired out the way that it got aired out. But this goes back to money and blood don't mix like two dicks. And
no bitch. Find
yourself serious shit.
Yeah, and you got to be humble, man. Joe has a hard time humbling himself, man. Some of the most powerful, successful people in the world are capable of being humble, man, and that's what makes them cool. That's what makes people want to, fuck with them on a level outside of just the fact that, yeah, they successful, they got money, whatever the case may be. But sometimes you hear people say, that, a celebrity or whatever, and he's just a real down to earth, like cool dude. You know what I'm saying? That's because they have character and they have morals and they have, you know what I'm saying? They have they come from a place where they remember that they wasn't always successful, man. And so what's that saying? The same people that you see going up is the same, the
You
same
see on the way down.
no, the same people that you step on the way up is the ass that you're gonna have to kiss on the way down.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. And he's pulling a 45 move, a Donald Trump move. That's what Joe is doing right now.
Yeah.
He's showing how ignorant and arrogant he can be, and just, a lot of people could get turned off to that. And, with the whole cancel culture and the way people are, like, dude, people could easily just stop listening to you. You're only a click in and a click out.
That's a fact, man. Just like that, and people's attention span is so short nowadays too, that you could be dissed and dismissed. And, motherfucker, you're gonna do it. It's sometimes to attain a certain status, it seems like it was easy because your rise is so fast. You know what I'm saying? But going down and trying to come back up is not as easy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It could hurt on the way down, man. Definitely hurt on the way down, and that's no joke.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But yo, I got this oldie but goodie for you that I want to play.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna get into it. Beast mode, Lil Wayne, y'all.
Woo!
Russ, let me talk to him. Yeah. Badass with an attitude. Yeah. Leo win. Uptown, boogie down, Bronx, bitch. Uptown. Nigga, don't forget it again. Heard all these bitches wanna fuck with me now. Nah, keep the same energy. CEO, head honcho, and press president. Whenever you addressing me, 2-seater skirt in my whip. Trap the top like I'm showing off my tits. Got a crazy nigga that'll pop with a clip. When they hit the target, a hopscotch on the dick. Man down. You're not about the action, you're a noun. Calm my vibes, they hate when I come back around. Make a hot head hoe simmer down. And they know it now, bitch. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah. If a bitch try to get loco, on our face, Timberland logo. Don't let up until we see Rojo. Say no names, no more free promo. Shh, I said what I said. You mad your nigga all in my DMs. He know this pussy top tier. He wanna eat it, then leave with me all in his beard. You don't compare, I make him bust quick. Pussy so fat, look like a tuck dick. Waist on snatching thighs is dumb thick. Eyeliner sharp and cut a bum bitch. Shaking in their denim, cause I'm spitting words like venom. Leah got these hoes feeling paranoid, but with no delay to switch your blade. Turn your face and your J's to some corduroys. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah. Number one next to you, zeros. Call me a 10. I am God's and the next to you, weak hoes. Look at my flex, yeah. I will always be lethal. Why they so vexed? Word to me that I'm going beast mode. That's why they fret, yeah. It's Leo Wayne. I know they really mad now. They like really motherfucking bad, you know? Killing these hoes. They like, I know they mad at feeling up. I know they mad at singing bitches really fucking killing them. Nah, let me stop. I'm done on these niggas.
Yeah.
Pussy so fat, look like a tuck dick.
You can't
Tell me you didn't say that line.
J's into corduroys.
Oh man, yeah. Shouts out to Leah Wynn, man. I remember that was one of the great, the best interviews that we did. One of the best interviews we did at the original spot.
Yes, definitely had a good time vibe. Very down to earth individual.
Yeah, man. For
So
sure. Talent, great talent.
Yes, so that's always great. that's definitely always great to have, and
and
to be relatable
and revisit.
and revisit here and there.
Word.
But yeah,
Word. So
man.
shouts out to Africa. Shouts out to Africa, like we was talking about earlier. And we gotta talk about the homie that got shipwrecked 20 miles off the coast of Nigeria. And what happened is there were he was on a tugboat, and I guess they had some tugboats that was helping to maneuver an oil tanker out there.
Mm.
You know, and I guess he hit they said a rogue wave came along. Rogue wave is like a big ass wave out of nowhere. Basically, that's what it is. It's a rogue wave. That's the definition. You know what I'm saying? So a big ass wave came, knocked over one of the tugboats. The shit instantly started sinking, um, went under, flipped over, you know what I'm saying, landed upside down, 100 feet down underneath the water. So basically, everybody else, it was 11 people on the boat. This dude is the cook, right? He got up in the middle of the night to go take a piss, and he's in the bathroom when the boat goes down, right? So it sounds crazy, but him having to take a piss actually saved his life. Because had he been in his room, all of the crew members, see out there off of the coast, they got a problem with pirates and shit. So when you're sleeping, you have to lock yourself in your room just in case pirates jump on the boat in the middle of the night or whatever. They can't get to you. You know what I'm saying? And kill your ass. So the crew is locked in their rooms. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are sleeping when all of this shit goes down. So as the boat's starting to sink, they trapped in their rooms trying to get out. And, so such is life. He's in the bathroom when the boat flips over. So to make a long story longer, he's on the bottom of the seafloor in an air pocket, right? There's a big pocket of air, near where he was at in the tugboat. So he makes a way so that he can sit up on above the water. So the majority of his body is not in the water because it's obviously it's very cold, probably like 50 degrees. He don't want to get hypothermia. So imagine you're in a fucking flipped over tugboat on the bottom of the ocean floor in the freezing cold, pitch black dark, no lights. All you hear is the sway of the boat, the creaking of the boat and shit banging up against the side of the hull and shit like that. And he said he heard the sharks and shit eating the corpses.
Wow.
Of his crewmates. You know what I'm saying? He was down there for 2.5 days, bro.
That was a big air pocket.
Yeah. They said
that
they said that he only had probably about 2.5, maybe 3 days worth of air down there. So he was about to die. He was very close to death. They said he had carbon monoxide poisoning. So he was and once your body breathes out carbon monoxide, so that shit building up in the air pocket where he was at. So he was, carbon monoxide poison. But anyway, it's ill how they found him because there's video of it. And you look on YouTube, you could probably find it. Let's see something about We'll get back to that. Somebody hit them. If you look at the video of the rescue, they get a diving team to go down. Now, mind you, this is so deep down that they can only stay underwater for 20 minutes. That's how much the pressure is down there. So, excuse me, the team goes down there thinking that they're just going to recover the bodies. You feel me? So they're in the dark, looking around. Remember, the tugboat is upside down. So they're walking on the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? The floor is the ceiling is the floor. They just looking for bodies. They find 4. And they, doing what they're doing to recover the bodies. And as he's moving inside the boat, he sees a hand. So he goes to grab the hand thinking it's another corpse. And the hand grabs him back. So imagine you 100 feet under the ocean and a hand grabs your ass. He jumped. He's like, oh shit. And there's a dude that's like monitoring the whole situation from a remote, like I guess on, in a dry location somewhere. On camera, and he's like, he's alive. So they find the dude, they maneuver, swim to where he is, tell him, we're gonna get you out of here. They um gave him hot water to like warm himself up.
Mhm.
You feel me? And then they gave him the whole get up, the mask and everything, the oxygen mask, so he could breathe. And they took him out. So you think it's over? No, there's more. So they take him out of the wreckage, right? And they have to now put him in a pressurization tank for another 3 days because his body has to now decompress from being under the water for so long. He was down there almost 3 days.
Yeah.
So they have to put him in a container, I guess the equal amount of time that he was down there to equalize his pressure, his body's pressure, so so he don't get the bends or blow up or whatever the fuck was gonna happen.
Yo,
So I
that's
mean
wild.
that dude has a story to tell his grandkids, boy. I mean, wow. I
Yo,
mean,
shout out
amazing.
to Brazil. We got Brazil in the building.
In
We
the
talk about
building.
Africa, got Brazil in the building. Yo, shout out to all the listeners out there, man. You know we definitely worldwide. But
Shout out to my man Projector Elder Boss in South Africa.
yeah, man. But yo,
So yeah,
that's
man,
wild.
amazing. His wife said he's back with his wife, his family, and he says the wife says that he's having nightmares and he'll wake up like going swimming like he thinks he's under the water still, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that.
He'll
Traumatic.
never get back on the boat again.
Hell no, he got another cooking job on dry land.
I bet he
He
does.
said while he was down there, he said he was praying to Jesus. He said he asked God to he said if you rescue me, I'll never go out to sea again. So
No
his
cruise
ass
ships.
is on dry land. Yeah, you might see him somewhere, but he won't be by the sea when you see him. You feel me?
Nope. Yo, and that's crazy and definitely one of those things to be grateful for if you're ever in a situation to come out of, because to be down there 3 days in pitch blackness.
It's blackness, cold, wet, cold. He ain't had nothing but his boxer shorts on when he went to the bathroom, B. It's all he had on.
And then
you by yourself. Oh,
now you know, I don't know if you ever did this, but like you ever like try to listen to yourself chew, like if you was chewing food and eating something and it was like absolutely quiet and you just hear the munching.
Yeah.
Now that's something that he was wide awake for.
Yeah.
Nothing but pitch darkness.
Yep.
And he's listening to the sharks eat his crewmates.
His crewmates. Only one out of 11 member crew to live. He's the only one that lived.
Mm.
And he's having what they call survival guilt, survivor's remorse. Yeah, he feels like why me? Why was I the only one to survive? And he didn't want to go to the funeral for his crewmates because he says that Nigerian people are very religious, but they're also very suspicious. I'm sorry, superstitious, excuse me. And they, he says some of them might feel like he might have did like some black magic or something like that, so that he was the only one that survived, and he don't want to cause no stir, so that's why he chose not to go to any of the funerals of his crewmates.
Yeah,
crazy ordeal, bro. Crazy.
Definitely a crazy ordeal.
I can't imagine. I know I'd have shit my pants once I realized where I was at. I'm at the bottom of the fucking ocean. Oh shit! Bam! Right there.
And don't worry about the legalization of cannabis, because yes, you could come to New York now, so you can hop on a plane from Brazil, come to New York, and you could go. You can buy your 3 ounces of cannabis and be all right, and make sure that there's no money exchange in hands in the presence of individuals. You can Venmo them, Cash App them.
No. Allegedly, don't say
that. Allegedly, supposedly,
yeah. There are ways to get around that, is what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But there are definitely going to be dispensaries opening up. I know for a fact there's one. I think there's one in Jersey that just opened up recently, and I know that a lot of the brands that are in California and Nevada and that section of the world are definitely going to be opening branches in New York now, because like we said earlier, the tourism
That's
is
it.
gonna be a monster. You feel what I'm saying? Now that they hear it's legal there too, recreationally, forget about it, man.
And I think what should happen is that we should have a red light district,
In
just
New
like
York.
in Amsterdam.
well,
Right.
well, I mean, hold up. We talked about that a few shows ago. Remember now, they made it so that it's not necessary. Prostitution is not necessarily legal in New York now, but what they're saying is that they're no longer going to prosecute people who were, I guess arrested for prostitution. I guess now it's just going to be a fine type thing.
That's
So,
interesting.
I mean, it's not legal, but you ain't got to go to jail. so you do with that information as you will. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, you can, you know what I mean? You can pop off, you can blaze, you can fucking shit. Only thing you can't do now is, walk in the street with a drink.
Yeah.
If they let that shit rock, then this gonna be the new New Orleans in a second. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be playing music, walking down the street with that umbrella.
Yeah. Yo, so we got our guests in the building.
All right.
We're about to get this going. So here we go, y'all. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? How's everything?
Everything is great, man.
Sounding
Look like
sounding
you're
sounding
enjoying the
loud,
weather.
sounding loud and clear, coming through crisp.
Sounding, I'm good. I'm good. What was the last question?
What'd you say, P Money?
Oh, nah, I said you. It look like you out there enjoying the weather.
Oh man, I am, man. I'm out here in Vegas, of course. So I was hearing about this walking the street with alcohol. You can't forget about the Vegas and what
Oh,
have
now you could do it out there. Yeah, you
you
could.
know, and the prostitution and all that other stuff is it's on that
Nevada's right there.
it's on that line. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a player's paradise out, pimper's paradise
Yeah,
out there, boys.
man, for real.
Yeah,
100%.
man. Yo, so introduce yourself for the people so people know who you are.
Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Jay Dange. Danger. I am a hip hop artist. I just went platinum on streaming on Spotify. My album Did It My Way. So
Gotta go horn for that. Go ahead, proceed.
yeah. So I'm just here to talk to the people. See what we can do.
Yeah,
Change.
yeah, man. And going platinum is a big deal. So when you found out you went platinum,
Where were you when you got the news? First of all,
Man, I was laying in my bed.
good place
Good
place to be.
You know what I mean? I was laying in my bed. I woke up, man. I got a email. My streams just hit 1 million, and I was like, what? So I still ain't celebrated that yet. So I'm waiting for if Nevada should be open June 1st.
Right.
So once we open back up and the clubs pop back open, then I'm getting it in.
So they are after the first is going to be open 100%.
100%. The nightclubs is back. I just went to a nightclub maybe like 2 weeks ago, but it was cool. It was cool. It was a lot of people out, but it was still wasn't that same, that same vibe.
House. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But come June 1st, we 100%, and they took the mask mandate off.
Yeah.
So it's about to be wild out here. So I'm definitely I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it safe because I definitely ain't trying to catch nobody cooties or nothing.
No question. You gotta safe it up, man. You gotta safe it up.
But I'm definitely gonna get it in.
That's what it is, man. I know you can't wait, boy, because I know there's probably a lot of money to be made, right? When everything opens up 100%, you know what I'm saying? At least you can go out there and get a bag a little bit more frequently now. You know what I mean?
For real, man. It's about to be bananas. I actually perform. I'm supposed to be performing this Sunday at Bloom.
Okay.
Bloom Hookah Lounge and Nightclub. It's a club that everybody been going in. That's like the hot spot in Vegas right now. So like super hot spot in Vegas. So I should be out there performing this Sunday. So I'm gonna get it in.
All right, y'all heard it first right here. You know what I'm saying? This Sunday.
Yep. This
Club Bloom, Las Vegas, baby.
So what was your secret? Or is there a secret?
Honestly,
you streaming platinum, get into that platinum number.
Man, I'll be on my stuff every single day, night and day. right? Like you have to, you gotta put in the work. You have to stay consistent. I'm dropping new songs like every other day, or putting a new post up with my songs on it every other day, telling people where to go stream my songs, where to go download my songs. I'm letting, I'm just keeping my voice out there. I'm hitting everybody, like on all the platforms, not just Instagram. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Loom, I'm on Rap Chat. I'm on everything. So I just it's hard work. People think this thing is easy, right? They see the end result. They always see the end result of someone that hit something, and they think, oh, I can do that. They don't see that whole thing leading up to that point. And that's not no easy work. It's tiring. It's exhausting. I don't shut off. I'm about my music. So it's amazing to me when I get things accomplished and done, because this is what I love to do. This is my passion. But at the same time, your body gets tired too, because you're like, man, I need to get some sleep. And your head don't shut up because you're trying to think of the next thing. What's the next thing? How do I get to the next thing? How do I get? So I be laying in the bed staring at the wall sometimes, like, be like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm like, man,
thinking about the next play. That's it.
Exactly. So that's just that's the formula. Hard work is the formula to any success, and any great will tell you that. If you look at Michael Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at LeBron, you look at Tiger, anybody that has been successful, put it in work. They was in the gym shooting more than everybody else.
So you had to walk your dogs. I mean, let me ask you this. How important do you think it is for you to have certain relationships with people, in the industry? You think that also had something to do with the success?
I think it's extremely important to have relationships in anything that you do,
right?
Especially when you jumping into any kind of business. Music is a business.
Yes,
I don't know a lot of big head. I haven't connected with a lot of big head cats in the industry, so this was more so, of fans, people that was just listening to my music. Now I can say that earlier last year, Cassidy heard my stuff and he put me on one of his mixtapes.
Dope.
I did a remix to Fat Joe's Yes.
Yeah.
I put a verse on that and I tagged Fat Joe and Joe in it, and he hit me immediately like, I see you, King. What you doing with your music? So he hit me back with that. OT Genesis hit me on music that I've been putting out. But the thing is when it comes to that, I always tag back a little bit just to see where they're at, because with this music, you got to have a budget. That's the first thing everybody asks you. What's your budget? What you working with? How much money can you give me to get this done? And I'm coming from scrapping from the bottom, so I didn't have a budget like that popping right then, so I just kept grinding, because to me, I'm original hip hop, and original hip hop was, I see you, you're dope. You see me, I'm dope. Let's get together. We get the money on the back end, because we believe in each other's situation. And that's where that money comes from. And that's what I've been doing. And that's the circle that I've been in, is working with people that are dope and we believe in each other. And we just kept We kept pushing each other and what have you. And that's been the situation. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I have all this money and things. So going platinum, I gotta wait for that money to come. That take about 6 months after you go, because they got all that gotta come in.
Right,
so
no doubt.
I'm sitting here waiting on that still, so I'm still grinding, and I'm gonna keep grinding because I love to do this,
So but that's what it's all about, though. Like you say, it's your own personal grind, and it's been organic for you. You didn't get the co-sign from the big homie. You know what I mean? You did what you had to do, and it's been organic. And I think that's the best. Man. I think that's best because you know that your fans really fuck with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And once you get a fan base, you're pretty much set. As long as you continue to feed them quality content the way that you're doing, you know what I mean? You good money. It's always gonna be up and up.
Absolutely, man. And I don't know how it ain't in my DNA structure to put out anything whack. Because if I think it's whack, it ain't even touching this. It ain't even touching anything, But but I like to write, man, and I like to tell a story, and I like to be authentic with what I talk about, and it's always about something that I've done, what I've been through, or where I want to be.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
It's never no fake nothing, and it's never no disrespect to no women or anything like that because I don't believe in that. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them know how I feel about certain situations. And you gonna understand what I'm saying too. It ain't no mumble to my rap. You know what I mean? So it's all me. I don't
Thank God for
disrespect.
that.
I don't disrespect them. I respect them for making money off of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They grind it, they hustle, they deserve that.
Yeah.
But that's just not where I'm at with mine. Mine is, mine got lyrics to it. So
I know that's right. What you think, P Money?
Yo, I think that he got the formula. He got the formula. And he's doing it, and understand that you definitely a student of the game, like you said. You original hip hop, so the work ethic and everything is there. Yo, we can make money on the back end, everything else. Um, so you know what those bricks were looking like in the beginning. And once you understand where you coming from, you could definitely find the spot of where you're going.
absolutely, absolutely, man. I mean, because and that's important, right? It's if everybody has that same vision in your circle, and you gotta have it. The other piece is you gotta have a team. It's hard to do this stuff by yourself. You gotta have
Mm-hmm.
at least two other people that are looking in the same direction that you're looking in,
Mm-hmm.
and is willing to work just as hard as you
There
and
you
push
go.
just as hard as you
Yep.
to get to where you need to go. Cause I was doing it super single solo for a long, long time, and I got so far. But once I put that team together and we was on that same page, we vibing the same way. Everybody knew what they was doing. We knew where to go, and we still going after it. Um, that's when things start moving like lightning speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we working on right now starting our own business, LLC entertainment business, and to pull in creative minded individuals in anything, any type of artistry, painters, that do artwork,
Dope.
hip hop, R&B, whatever, spoken word,
Dope.
videographers, things like that, whatever it may be that's in the creative field, we gonna pull them in, and they gonna have a home for in this business, in our business that we started, so we can just get everybody out there, you know what I mean? And we ain't trying to knock people over the head for their money. It's like if everybody's eating all the time, everybody gonna keep putting money on a plate,
Mm.
but when you start snatching money off the plate off of people, then everybody becomes rabid and want to snatch everybody money and they dipping out. That's when your business fails.
Yo, I think he was talking to Joe Buttons when he said that.
No man, no, the fucking the conglomerate. That's what I mean. That's the make money mentality right there. You know what I mean? Everybody's on the same page. What did Jay say on the record? If every nigga in your clique, then every nigga in your clique is rich, clique is record. No one will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches.
Yeah.
Period.
That's it.
Facts. That's
That's it,
facts.
That's it right there.
People get greedy. They just follow the problem with what I had. The problem with it is this: we've seen that formula of greed for so long, and so long. I'm talking
Yep.
about well before all of us were born,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen it in movies. We've heard it in stories. We've read it in magazines, and people keep trying to do that same formula and mess over their own people. I don't get
Insanity.
it.
Insanity. Insanity. Hasn't worked yet, but they still keep trying to make it work.
Exactly. It's like, what's wrong with everybody eating? This is a $3 trillion industry. It's only 2 billionaires that are of color in this industry that were artists, are artists. Two out of $3 trillion. And this has been going, we are the most influential genre in the history of music.
Yes, sir.
We influence the world every single day and every single thing you see.
Facts.
Commercials, movies,
Television.
television, everything has hip hop influence in it or music in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why you getting that greedy to where everybody can't eat, and why we only got 2 billionaires in this industry. I'm trying to be up there and trying to get everybody eating off of this table and take our music back. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at.
Well, I think you know what your example is what needs to happen in the industry. You know what I mean? And it's all about ownership. And
Period.
it's also about having a strong team, like what you said earlier. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if everybody got on that same page, if we all had that mentality, oh man, yeah, it would be so lucrative. It would be so much more lucrative for everybody involved, man.
Man, it would be, and it's so simple to do. People got the, I think the mentality that we've had for too long, man, is that slave, unfortunately, and it's sorry to say this, but it's been that slave mentality,
Mm-hmm.
that Mandingo fighting mentality. We were pitted against each other for so long, to fight each other for so long, that
Mm-hmm.
whoever won stays alive.
Yeah.
Whoever didn't win is no longer with us,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's always like dog eat dog. I gotta kill my brother so I can survive
Mm-hmm.
mentality. Where
Mm-hmm.
we're the only culture that got bred like that in this country, because it wasn't like
That's
that in
true.
Africa. You know what I mean? That was
$2 trillion, $2 trillion economy.
you feel me? So it's like we don't have to. We got to get out of that mental space, and once we do, and we're starting to do it, But that's why they brought in this new age music, to put our brains back into that. The kids' brains back into that mentality of Mandingo situation, and kill each other, shoot each other, do drugs, da 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 da. Because
Yeah.
they saw the consciousness that was creeping up with your Tupacs and Bigs, and Common Senses, and your Far Sides, and your Diggable Planets, your Arrested Developments, or yeah, it was Arrested Development. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was also
Yeah,
developed. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
They was they was opening the heads,
Mm-hmm.
and they was like, okay, they getting to whatever. Well, let's squash that out. You
Yeah,
don't see no conscious rappers out here no more at all.
yeah,
None,
yeah,
zero.
yeah. That's true.
You ain't getting no kind of, you ain't getting no kind of. Then if you do, they well underground, and it's hard to find them. So
Yeah. Either that, or the people is not giving them the attention that they give, say, the unconscious rapper,
that absolutely,
the very unconscious rapper. You know what I'm
exactly, because you
saying?
had, how you got these young heads that started disrespecting the older head, the legends.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, Biggie wasn't good. He wasn't that good. Pac wasn't that good. I heard that, man. I almost flipped. Like, man, you lucky I ain't in front of you when you said that, because I'd have smacked you up real quick. Like,
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I met a young dude at a party once. The young man was 21 years old, and this is when I knew. This is when I knew I had graduated to old head status, because we was in the party. Well, it was a house party. We was at my homeboy's crib. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sitting around chopping it up, whatever. We listening to some music, and some Mobb Deep came on, and 85% of the people in the room, 95% of the people in the room were my age, and of course were familiar with Mobb Deep. So the young bull who's standing right next to me is looking at this puzzled look on his face, but he bobbing his head, right? And he looks at me, he goes, "Yo, who's this?" And I looked at the young man like he had three heads. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, "Nigga, this is Prodigy." I said, "This is." I said, "Yo, you never heard of Mobb Deep, my nigga?" He was like, "Nah." And then I had to do the math in my head. I said, "Yo, this nigga wasn't even born when Heartbeat was out." You know what I'm saying? Like, how could he know who the fuck it is? You feel me?
Right.
If he don't got an OG or a big homie or somebody that introduced that to him, he ain't never heard this shit before, and he was genuinely feeling the shit. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Like, what's this?
Which leads me to believe that a lot of the time when we hear some of the young boys and some of the young artists putting down the older artists, or talking about the older artists is not hot, or they wasn't this or they wasn't that, it's not only from a place of ignorance, it's from a place of, I don't even know any of this guy's music. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So I can't put him in the same category as a Lil Baby or a Lil Durk or somebody that I'm familiar with, because that's who I'm listening to since day one. You know what I'm saying? That's what's hot. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a youthful music. It's a hip music. That's what part of the title, hip hop. Hip to hip is, the new in thing. It's a young man sport. You feel what I'm saying? We all know that. But this is one of the only genres, and people, this conversation always comes up. This is one of the only genres where they talk about an artist is washed up when they get to a certain age. And you got these R&B singers and these rock and roll singers, 60,
So,
70 years old, on
80.
stage, selling out stadiums still.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
That
they respect their artists, and they hold their artists up, and they exalt them, and they still support them. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, it seemed like when we get to a certain level or certain age in hip hop, you know, people want to start, you know, throwing you to the wayside. They want to try to embrace the new thing.
Exactly, and that's what I was just about to say. You got, so if you look at how we learn music, like I had uncles and aunts that would play all the music that I ain't never heard. No matter what. If I'm in their car, they playing their music. They ain't playing
or if you in the house party.
I'm in the house, they playing their music. So I got in tune to know what was happening before I was born. You know, and also if you look at hip hop is the youngest genre, right? And this is why people say it's a young man's game. It's just a misconception. It was started by young men at the time, young men and women at the time that we were oppressed. You know, I mean, we still oppressed, but we was in the projects, we was in the hoods, and we got tired of it. So the kids was like, let's make something for us and talk about this. Right? So it's the youngest, and it started from the youth. However, we didn't know how long it was going to be here for. Because we didn't have no old heads. There was no old heads in hip hop. So they just kept that stigma on it. Like, oh, you can only be young to do hip hop. No, if you feel it, hip hop is a way of life. It ain't just a music thing. Hip hop is a culture. And this is how I live my life and how they was living their lives. You know, that's a culture. You don't get too old for a culture. You don't get too old for your way of life, how you was raised, what you was breathing, how you was eating, how you was living. So when they say that, I'm like, you need to fall back. It's just that it was too young for it to be an old head in hip hop. Because if you look at Big Daddy Kane right now, will eat up half of these little youngsters, you know, that's out here. You know what I'm saying? LL Cool J will come out and smash on like 90% of them joints, you know. So it's like Black Thought, Andre 2000, like we can keep rocking, we can keep going with it. So that's why I don't never disrespect my OGs or anybody that is, you know, older than me, that's been in this game. I always give, because I grew up on, this is what was put in my ear, was the older, you know, the hip hop, the real hip hop, and I'm never going to disrespect, because that's where my influence came from. So for me to disrespect, it's like slapping my own people in the face. And you know what I'm saying? You could be, if you 60 years old and you got them bars, then come with them bars. If you staying up to date, you keep your interest. Look at E40. E40 ain't never been irrelevant. He been in the game over 30 years.
That's right. Too short. Ice Cube.
You know what I'm saying? So they can't say it's just a young man. No, it's just still evolving into what it's going to be. It started as a young man's game because it was new. Right. But everybody that started it, they got older. They still in it. So
there you go.
That's what I try to tell them.
That's a different perspective. I ain't never heard it broke down like that, but I like it. I like what I'm hearing, man. And just like KRS-One said, rap is something you do. Hip hop is something you live.
Yo, so I want to definitely get into one of your joints. We got a video. Let me see you sweat.
Yo, yeah, for sure. That's actually the one I'm about to be performing on Sunday.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Preview right here.
Of what's going to go down on Sunday. We definitely going to bring you this video. So, yo, introduce it for the people, Jay.
Hey, so this is my song. Let me see you sweat. It's something that I, put together. It's for the ladies, of course. I like to do the bop for the ladies. I consider myself the new age LL Cool J. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into that.
Lady love Cool J.
You know what it is.
Got me throwing money, made me wanna do some. Saw my old girl, but I brought a new one. Wavy, she made me spin when she put it on me. Do your work on the pole. Let me see you sweat. Bend over, touch your toes. Let me see you sweat. Got a booty, drop it low. Let me see you sweat. Everybody wanna show. Let me see you sweat.
Little mama hit me with the 40 bot.
I'm the type of nigga make a 30 drop. Bust it down for me, baby, do the 30 rock. Ice cream serving, call it 30 pop. Ain't no question where I'm from, move certified. When you see me walking in, better move aside. I'm the one to make the party crack. Ladies like, damn, who that nigga in the Yankee hat? Moving like a ball star, the honors wanna throw it back. Well, baby, bust it down, get it nasty, watch me blow a stack. Yeah, I'm taking off, but mama, I can make it back. Young, fresh nigga, all I do is take the facts. Danger.
Got me throwing money, made me wanna do some. Saw my old girl, but I brought a new one. Wavy, she made me spin when she put it on me. Do your work on the pole.
Let me see you sweat.
Bend over, touch your toes.
Let me see you sweat.
Got a booty, drop it low.
Let me see you sweat.
Everybody wanna show.
Let them see you sweat. Won't you get it nasty, mama? See the talent moving around like dominoes. Slicing up, bend over, mama, touch your toes. Got it clapping like I won it with the last shot. Like a toilet, all I wanna see is ass drop. Ain't no shitting on my seat, though. No, you want that deep stroke. Bet it, but you better give that deep throw. Let me see if you can throw it back with no hands. That's the shit that make a nigga wanna throw bands. Grab the pole and start to hit him with the rain dance. Get it wet, make him sweat, give him no chance. Work that, twerk that, hurt that. Put it on to make a nigga wanna murk that. All fire, never coming with no bullshit. Gas it up until this motherfucker all drip. Keep it poppin' till this motherfucker stay lit. Ain't no turning down, make this motherfucker sweat, bitch.
Got me throwing money, made me wanna do some. Saw my old girl, but I brought new ones. Wavy, she made me spin when she put it on me. Do your work on the pole.
Let me see you sweat.
Bend over, touch your toes.
Let me see you sweat.
Got a booty, drop it low.
Let me see you sweat.
Everybody wanna show.
Let them see you sweat.
Got me throwing money, made me wanna do some. Saw my old girl, but I brought new one. Wavy, she made me spin when she put it on me. Do your work on the pole.
Let me see you sweat.
Bend over, touch your toes.
Let me see you sweat.
Got a booty, drop it low.
Let me see you sweat.
Everybody wanna show.
Let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
back.
No, we loving those visuals.
The visuals.
The visuals. And did you see the player move that Jay did in the video, P Money? Did you peep it? He got with the bottle of vodka. He put his lips to the bottle, but he poured it in Shorty mouth. yeah. He was like, nah, Shorty, you can't put your mouth on the bottle. Sorry about that. He was like, yeah, player, that's player.
Ever touch my bottle with your lips on?
Hey, baby, I don't know you. Keep twerking.
Right.
Yo, but that's
yeah, official. I fucks with it.
Yeah, definitely get a strip club vibe with it. Like I could definitely see that joint in the strip clubs, and yeah,
So,
definitely.
Fucks with it.
I appreciate it.
I don't even think we got to this question or even asked this question. Usually it's one of the first ones, but how long have you been doing this?
Yeah.
I just got back in. So I've been in hip hop my entire life, right? I used to write just growing up, high school, elementary, junior high school. Just hip hop's just been part of my growing up. I stopped, making music. I left everything alone, stopped music alone for a little while because I was just working and whatnot. I just picked the mic back up in August of 2016.
Wow.
And that was like, it was because like right before that, like I was homeless for a little bit. And, I was homeless when I picked the mic back up. I, ran into some bad things and with situations, some bad breaks or what have you. My boy hit me on Facebook with a freestyle challenge, in August of 2016 with a Mobb Deep beat, matter of fact, to speak on it. And he was like, Jay, where you at? And I was like, man, I've got the next morning I woke up, I found the instrumental. I wrote a 16-bar verse and I spit it on Instagram. That was my first video I ever, put out there posted on social media, me doing music. So the next day I did it. I found another instrumental to a beat. I put a 16 on it, posted it. I did that for 6 months straight. I called it Wake Up and Bust. And that's where my following actually jumped up, because people was like, wait, I didn't know you rap. Wait, when you do this? And I'm dropping bars every single day. Right. And I'm calling people out like, man, if you can wake up out of your sleep, find a music instrumental, write a 16 and post it. Let's do it. Wake up and bust. Let's make it happen. Like, I'll wait for anybody that want to challenge me with these bars. Anybody. I don't care who you are. So, and that's how everything grew up. I mean, I could go with anything.
Did you ever get any like interesting responses from that?
I had 2 people. Matter of fact, I had like 3 people really try to step up into that. One was actually really dope. He was heckin' dope. 2 of them, they were talking, and I just lit them up, and then I ain't hear from them no more, So because everybody got on there and started clowning them, and like, man, you can't mess with me with these bars, man, because I'm always gonna speak out of my heart and out of me. So mine's gonna always be reality. I ain't putting no fake nothing on anything. So you're gonna get this work all day.
Right.
Yo,
nice. I like that. Wake up and bust. That's dope. That's a dope idea, man. That's what it's all about. Being original, coming with some shit nobody's done yet. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So see, that's a story for the people. You know how you said earlier how people just see the end result and not really understand the work that has to go into it for you to get to where you are. Hearing more of the story just puts a highlight on all the struggles and everything else that you got to overcome to become great.
Absolutely.
You said you was homeless for a little bit, but while just picking the mic up again, and that's like a hip hop save your life story kind of situation. Brought you back to who you were and who you knew to be prior to anything else that was going down, and then to go platinum. It's like, yo, I might be still waiting for my check, but yo, platinum plaque coming too. Like, now the platinum plaque is coming too, and you live it and breathe it.
100%, man. Hip hop, like I said, hip hop has been my therapy. That was my therapeutic situations, and that's why I woke up every day and did it, because it allowed me to escape the what I was in and not take it so hard, right? It allowed me to get through it. It allowed me to get that toxicity out of my body by putting it on paper, so I wasn't holding it, internalizing it, you know what I mean? And that's why I be telling people, you got to get stuff out. That's why I don't care about crying. I tell it, I'm a grown man. I'll cry. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I'll cry. I got to get that out. Right? That don't make me less of, because if anybody ever felt I was less of because I cried, I'm like, well, hey, I got a couple of tips that we can figure those situations out, man. Because
No, I'm a DJ. I talk with my hands. You feel me?
You know what I mean? That's it. We got some things, and we can figure out how much of a man or not I am.
That's it. I think you got to be more of a man to cry than not to cry.
Period. Jesus wept.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So it's therapeutic, man. That's why people walk around with so much anger and just bad thoughts in their head, because they don't get it out, because they think I think as men we were taught the wrong way.
Yeah,
we were absolutely taught the wrong way. Men don't cry, soak it up. You don't do this. No nurturing. No. There's 2 parts of men. Men are nurturing also. And matter of fact, they can be more nurturing than women, because especially when we have kids, we want to protect them more than their moms want to protect them, and people forget that. You know what I mean? And provide and make sure that they're good. And you gotta teach. We gotta change the process of our kids and what we've been taught. We gotta change that narrative so they can get into stop being so aggressive with one another. There's nothing wrong. If you know how to fight, you know how to fight. You don't always gotta say it. You ain't always gotta show it. If you're gonna take care of your business, you're gonna take care of your business. You don't always gotta say it. You don't always, but you're gonna show it. People are gonna see that you handling your business. But it's not always having to be in competition with your own people, because we don't compete with nobody else. We just compete with us.
That's a fact.
Anybody else walk up on us, any other race walk up on them, be like, oh yeah, we cool, laughing with them, do whatever, just do whatever. A brother walk up on us, we already mad grilling them and like already skeptical about how we gonna act, and we ain't greeting them with love like we should.
I think you touched on something there, in what you were saying just then. also, we don't have enough examples to show the youth, you know what I mean, to show them the right way, to show them what to do, and that also becomes an obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you all day, but unless I show you, you know, especially with this younger generation, the short attention span, you know what I'm saying? They be right on to the next thing. So if you're not holding my attention, OG, with some shit that I can really vibe with, I'm on to the next thing. I don't know what you talking about, OG. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's where it comes in. That's where the music come in at, right? Because if you listen to my albums and you listen to what I'm saying, it'll tell you, it'll walk you through a story and how to act, how to be, you know. And it ain't talking about no drug dealing. It ain't talking about no, you know, killing my brother, you know, anything like that. It'll talk about protecting myself through that, but it won't talk about aggressively going out and trying to do that to another man. You know what I mean? And so
I think that's the perfect segue. Talk to us about rolling.
Rolling. So keep rolling, man. That came through during the pandemic, right? The beginning of the pandemic. And it was just like everybody was stuck in the house. Everybody was just bored and going through what they was going through whatever it may be. So keep rolling came about because it was like, you know, we just got to keep rolling through this. You know, we gonna get back to our greatness. We're gonna get back to having fun. And I was just painting a picture of what's to come in that. So that's where that keep rolling came from. You know, painting that picture of what's to come after this gloom is out, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. What you think, P?
Yo, I think that it's definitely a perfect segue to the track that we're about to listen to. And, you know, the way you speak in your music, I think being conscious of what you're saying is definitely one of the reasons that you're able to excel to the areas that you're in, because you're not following the trend, and you're being a teacher with your words and your craft, which is true artistry in itself.
I appreciate you, man. Absolutely. That's what I'm striving for all the time.
All right. So Shawn, you got this, or you want me to get it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool.
Go ahead, introduce it for the people.
This keep rolling, featuring I Am 3 AM by Dange. You know, that's something for y'all to vibe out to. You gonna love this one. Let's make it happen.
This is one DJ you don't want to fuck with.
It's the spot.
Yeah. She got the biggest Chanel bag in the store. Got some water, I had to hop in the boat. Got a little bread, but I need some more. Got a little gold, but I need some more. So I gotta keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. She got the biggest Chanel bag in the store. I got some water, I had to hop in the boat. Got a little bread, but I need some more. Got a little gold, but I need some more. So I gotta keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. When you see me, go ahead and give me the head nod. Cause what you witnessing caught them quicker than AirPod. Dollars started stacking to the sky, yo. Everything I do is wet, never dry, yo. So I gotta keep pushing this a marathon. Then when she see me, ain't never keeping the Vickies on. Only little beats, naked with them CCs. Dealing with the backdrop, beach, ocean, and palm trees. Sipping on bubbles, strawberry fresh light. Her hair is blowing in the breeze, it's a boss life. That's why I keep running, cause it don't stop. And the place I'm trying to go, there ain't no time. I don't live in myself, there ain't no slowing down. Only thing I see in my future is multi-comic bound. Pushing them whips that make your head turn. And anybody that's hating ain't my concern. Biggest Chanel bag in the store. I got some water, I had to hop in the boat. Got a little bread, but I need some more. Got a little gold, but I need some more. So I gotta keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. She got the biggest
Nigga Chanel back in the store. I got some water, I had to hop in the boat. Got a little bread, but I need some more. Got a little gold, but I need some more. So I gotta keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Now picture me rolling under the blue skies. Sunshine and waves crashing like a stateside. Louis J's on the watch as you misbehave. Coco Chanel riding shot of you from front stage. Hit the Eiffel up, flows in the rolling truck. Then we hit the Riviera, everybody going nuts. Hopping down Paris, like they ain't no undercover. Off the dock, make a yacht on these motherfuckers. Crack crab, lobster tails, really so coming cool, but you know I'm always needing it. Still talking to me, asking when it's coming up. Had to tell them when finish lighting the world up. Y'all ain't never seen another do it like this. And you never think you made Chris. She said I do it big, I said I'm so low. So until I'm satisfied, I'ma just roll. Nigga Chanel back in the store. I got some water, I had to hop in the boat. Got a little bread, but I need some more. Got a little gold, but I need some more. So I gotta keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Damn.
Yeah, that was rolling, y'all.
Keep rolling.
Definitely
Don't stop.
some rider music.
Yeah, I thought I was in the whip on the highway while I was listening to the shit. I was on the highway, brother. That's riding music right there.
Yo,
Keep rolling.
Yo, that wasn't you singing on the hook.
Nah, that was I Am 3 AM, another artist. Yeah, he did that.
Shouts
He
out
did
to
that
him.
for me.
Shouts out to I Am 3 AM. Dope job, man. Dope.
Yo, I could just the thought process. Listen to and speaking to you, I could just see how much work goes into what you put out there. Like this is not I'm just doing this for fun. Like
It ain't no hobby.
Nah, like you take this serious. Like it's not even a game.
Man said he was on hard times and he picked the mic back up. You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit like that if it's not in you. You know what I mean? It's got to be in you. It's all life is full circle. You know what I'm saying? You stop messing with it for a minute and you say, you know what I'm saying? You got into some things that put you in an unfortunate situation, but when you stop messing with that situation and re-involve hip hop back into your life, you reintroduced it back into your life. You became that person that you was before you got into those things.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? And now look at your success. You platinum streaming. You know what I'm saying? Far from where you was when you was having those problems. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely, 100%.
Hip hop, man, it's a wonderful thing.
It is beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man, and I thank God for it every day. And I thank God that He gave me this talent and the willpower and the tenacity to continue to go after it and not give up, man. One thing that about me is, and I think what I needed to lose everything. I needed to go homeless, right?
Yeah, right.
I needed to see who was going to still be there during that and after that. Right. I lost. I take that back. I don't like using that word. A lot of friends supposedly were removed from my life and my circle. A lot of thought processes were removed from my mental.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It allowed me now to, as I was coming in, not listen to what people's opinions or what I should or shouldn't do. I didn't care what they thought I should or shouldn't do anymore.
Right.
It was what I'm going to do, because the only thing that got me through is the people that stuck around and God. And I'm going to follow my heart and my dreams. And I don't care if you like my music or not. I make my music for me. I make my music for me, what I want to hear when I wake up or when I'm driving or I'm in the club. If I complain about something, cool, I'll go make something that I want to hear. And I make it myself. So if people like it,
that's a plus. You know, that's just the cherry on top. If they don't like it, I don't care. But I'm not gonna let anybody, because there's people, well, you should rap like this, or you should do this, or you should that, you know, you should follow this trend. This is pop. Nope, I'm not. Get out my face. I don't have nothing to say to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm doing for me. And I think losing everything and being where I was allowed me to get into that mental state, because prior to that, I've probably been trying to please everybody and doing this and that, and not being myself, and waking up one day mad because I didn't stay true to who I was.
Right.
So God don't make no mistakes, and he does everything for a reason. There was a reason why I went through that, because I'm a stronger individual because of, and that's why nobody can knock me off of my chair on what the direction I'm going on. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm still going to do what I feel is best for me and what I love to do.
Well, they say that God gives his hardest fights to his strongest soldiers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you say there was another thing that you need to touch on. When you said I don't know, it'll come back to me.
but I know definitely, you know, whatever was going on at your life at that time, God put you through what he needed to put you through to get you on the path that you were supposed to be walking down. And where you are is where you were supposed to be. And you know, the power of choice is real, and we can choose to continue down one path or get on the path that we was destined to be on. And you were probably being a little stubborn at the time, and he said, you know what, nah, you're not gonna listen, you're gonna listen now. And that's it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It was just exactly like that. You know, I was making $175,000 a year, easy, you know, and just doing everything that I shouldn't have been doing. And enjoying life. I mean, I thought I was enjoying life, right? I thought I was enjoying life. But I think I started enjoying life, and this is the funniest thing to say. I started enjoying life more when I became broke and homeless, because I appreciated life better, differently. I appreciated the conversations with genuine people, with my family. I appreciated the right people now, and I can enjoy truth without having anything.
That's it. That word you use, genuine. That's the key to it right there. When you got nothing to offer people and they still rock with you and they still show you love, that's genuine. You know what I mean? That's organic. You don't gotta do anything to get that from them. You feel what I'm saying? But when you're successful and you got money and you got status and you got power and then you got people that want to be in your circle, you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily always know if that love is genuine or if they just trying to be around success, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's real different.
Oh yeah, because it I seen it just with the little success I had. Like people, you know, see me out now.
They move different.
Move different. Talk about music. Oh, you this and this. Oh, they see some jewelry. They see some jewelry on you. They see, oh, you do this. Now all of a sudden, now they talking a little bit differently to you. Now they trying to see how close they can get to you.
They're happy to see you.
And it's like,
Yo, and it's just crazy, and you know, you're able to see it now. You're able to be more aware of it now, instead of, you know. And I think I just had this conversation with my daughter the other day, and she's gonna have to go through some things and might have to hit rock bottom to really change her thought process. But it's the people in your circle are not always for you, and they can always be against you and just want to see your downfall. So you got to go through something to be able to understand that and realize it. And from going from something to nothing back to something, there's a lot of things you pick up along the way.
Oh yeah, a lot of things, valuable things. And I try to make sure I surround myself with intellectual individuals that can have a communicative conversation, but they can also comprehend the communication that I'm giving and that we're doing. Because communication without comprehension is basically mumble jumble. That's why people be having the same arguments all the time. They I'm communicating. Yeah, you're communicating, but you're not comprehending what I'm communicating, or we're not comprehending what we're communicating to each other. Therefore, we're gonna keep having that same fight. You got to comprehend the conversation that you're having.
and I keep that positive. I keep positive energy, higher vibration people, intellectuals that comprehend in my circle. If you're not bringing that, then I'll be cool with you, but you can't be around me in my circle. But I'll be cool with you because I'm always a cool person. I help you do whatever I can, but you're not gonna be in my circle because that's the energy. That's the energy that is coming into me, and I can't have that negative energy in me like that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That's so real. That's like what we was talking about earlier. P Money was that statement I said about Nino Brown and all of that shit.
Yeah.
Saying that some people like he made this this term. I ain't gonna say he made it up. This term he's used a lot. There's rich haters out there, people who are successful and they have money and they have this and they have that, and what they want to do is parade it in front of you. You know what I mean? And show it to you like, look at all the shit I got, but they don't want to tell you how to get anything. You know what I'm saying? Those people ain't your friends. Those people are haters. They rich, but they rich haters.
Absolutely.
You know, and he was like, people like that you need to get away from, man. You need to have people around you that's about seeing you come up. That's about helping you get a bag, not just showing you the bag that they got.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. And that's why I said that's what our business is going to be about. Our entertainment business is going to be about. It's bringing them in, but showing them how to get it themselves. Having them start their own LLCs while they're under our, in our business. So they have their business. We'll pay their LLC. They can pay themselves. Show them how to do their taxes. Show them how to get their credit together. Show them how to be an artist development. Things like that are missing. That's why you got all these little cats running around acting retarded right now. Excuse my word. I don't mean to use that word, but acting stupid. Right now because there's no more artist development. Artist development used to show artists how to move in all circles, in front of the cameras, in front of, if they're going to do a show, anything, they showed them, they developed that artist full circle. They got rid of that because they felt they didn't need it anymore. They wanted these ready-made songs and just put these quick one-hitter quitters or these fly-by-night cats out or something that's just gonna catch on real quick. But they don't want to develop these people, and that's why you got so many artists getting shot and killed.
There you go. I mean, let's
still running around with the ratchet on them like they don't got no sense.
I was gonna say, still running around with 4 of your homeboys in the studio with 13 guns between the 5 of y'all, and wondering why the feds come in and arrest everybody.
Right.
Shouts out to Bobby Shmurda.
But it's sad. That's what it is. It's like nobody. They got rid of the grooming. They got rid of the grooming. It's grooming. It takes grooming to be in front of these cameras in the public eye, right? You're no longer just a name on a block, right? That your boys know, but the world don't know you. Your boys know you and you cool. You get around the next hood, you with your boys, y'all might get into a scuffle, y'all might, get some bumping action or whatever, but that's because y'all just went to the wrong hood and you just got into the wrong situation. But once you are famous, once you are in the public eye, everybody know you and everybody gonna try. If you trying to live that life and you talking that life, everybody's gonna try to take a piece out of that.
That's right. They're gonna test you. They're gonna test you for sure.
Yeah, man.
That's what the situation is, man.
Yeah.
So Jay, man, please, man, before we, before we finish it off, man, please give the people your social media information. Tell them where to find you, man. Tell them where to find your music so they can, download all of the projects that you got and what's coming.
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at jdange23, Twitter at jdange23, Facebook jdange. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Tidal. I'm on Google Play, Amazon Prime. I'm on everywhere that you can download music. Just put J.Dange in there, and you can just search that. I will pop up on all of your, downloading delights.
There it is.
I have
exactly. You got the Spotify page up right there so the people can see it.
There it is. And I got a single coming out called Diva. Be looking for that pretty soon. And I got 2 videos that I'm gonna be shooting. So those should be coming out pretty soon too. So you be looking for me. I'm gonna stay in your eye. I'm gonna keep making these bangers for y'all.
Jay Dange, man, we appreciate you, brother, and please keep putting out that quality, man. I like what I'm hearing, man. What's the temperature out there in Vegas right now?
It's 80. Well, no, it's like 8. Yeah, it's like 82 and windy.
Woo!
82 and windy. It's supposed to be in the 90s this weekend, and it's gonna slowly start creeping up. As soon as I'm not looking forward to it. I hate the summers out here because 115 is too hot anywhere you go in life.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yo, definitely. But yo, man, it's been a dope interview, man. Definitely dope vibe, dope music, great conversation, man. And definitely it was conversation with comprehension because that's the way it gotta be.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you for having me on. Anytime y'all want me on, man, it'll be my honor to come back, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Give us any more videos, man. Please, man. We send that. Send that.
All right, cool. I just filmed a video in Hollywood on Sunday, but it was a collab. It's this other artist. He's Russian. He's Jewish and Russian, and it's called "Struggler for Justice." So I spit some factual bars on that. So when he do his thing, I shoot that to you. But when I do mine, though, I'ma definitely shoot that to you and everything like that because they're gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then we're gonna play it, tag you in it and all that. That's just the way it's gonna go.
Salute, my G.
My brother. Yo, absolutely, stay safe, man.
You
100.
100.
One.
Out.
Yeah. So you already know, man. That's just the way we do it.
Out there in sunny Las Vegas.
Yo, I'm telling you. And hopefully, after all the other studios get set up, really want to do one over there on the West Coast, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that'd be a nice little base of operations to have, man. And now, with the transportation industry coming back into full swing, it ain't gonna be nothing to make that trip every so often,
Yeah. Yeah, man, definitely.
So it's speaking into existence, my G.
Yeah, man. It's there, man. It's definitely there. Yo, so you want to get into the J. Cole joint before we get about it?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's play that for the people. You know what I mean? Everybody been checking the video out. If you haven't seen the video, we got it right here. You know what I'm saying? Brand new J. Cole. This is that was it Amari?
Amari, yes.
Amari.
Here we go, y'all. Yeah.
He said, "Good dope, got a fiend crumping." Woo! You know about the bars right there. Okay. If y'all don't know what crumping is y'all Google that. That's dance that they was doing out in Cali. I want to say Cali is where they started doing it at. Like the dudes was dressing up like clowns, and there was like a dance posse and shit like that, and they was doing that crumping. That's that real aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive, like real
aggressive ass energy filled dance. So yeah, crazy, man. Crazy bars. Cole, shouts out to J. Cole, man. Y'all make sure y'all go download or get that project in your life any way that you can.
Yeah, man. You guys support good music. Definitely support good music, man. And I just want to say, man, shout out to the man that got found in the bottom of the tugboat.
Yeah.
Right, shout out to him. Shout out to Africa. Shout out to Brazil on the check-in. Shout out to the world that is out there listening, man. Because we do this because we love it, but we also do it for you, man. Bring it to you that knowledge, that barbershop talk, that I forgot what that someone basement called it, that bromance, right? We bring it to you. Right, we bring it to you, man. Straight testosterone.
That bromance basement chatter. What you say, testosterone infused banter.
Yes, like ain't nothing like it. That's why that's why we always talking about your girl in the beginning of the show because she be on the check-in.
Exactly.
She always on the check-in.
That's it. You know what it is from the door. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. So you already know it's your boy Prophet P. You can follow me on social media, man. That's PROFIT _radio_NYMG. Let them know how they can find you.
You know they always hit your boy on the gram. That's the DJ Shawn, recognized DJ SHAWNRECOGNIZE. And I'm on Twitter also, DJ Shawn Rec, a little short, DJ SHAWNREC. But remember, only my friends call me Rec, so you better recognize.
Yeah.
And I got to shout out all the squares, all the gods in the earths, and all the hoes out there on the stroll doing it real big, getting that money for daddy.
And that's it, y'all. We out of here.
Next week.